Hey guys, how you guys doing today? Well, this is our third Keto Paleo Q&A, broadcasting live from Howell, Michigan at PFP Fitness and Training Center. We had a couple of good questions this week, one of them pertaining towards apps and food logs and whatnot, so we're going to spend a couple minutes talking about that. A lot of you guys will write in, want to know if it's important to keep a food log, want to know if it's important to check macros, all that kind of thing. So I guess first off, people want to know, if I'm going to set up a food log, maybe MyFitnessPal or something to that up that lines, how to set up your macros. Rule of thumb, and now not for everybody, but rule of thumb is a good place to get started, is you want to keep around 5% carbohydrate, 25% protein, and about 70% fat. Now, given the individual, you can adjust those a little bit. It doesn't have to be, that's not set in stone, so don't be saying, oh, I got to do it exactly this way or freak out about it. Because everyone's going to be a little different. And as you progress through this lifestyle, you will learn that maybe you can get away with a little more protein. Or if you're doing a paleo version like I do and don't use dairy, sometimes that's something else that lets you get away with a little more protein. Or sometimes you'll discover that the dairy really slows down your weight loss. Everybody's a little bit different, but a quick rule of thumb, if you're setting up a food log like MyFitnessPal, set it up 5% carbohydrate, 25% protein, and then about 70% fat. The follow-up question with that I usually get is, how do you count your carbohydrates? There's a couple of rules of thumb on that. Some people count total carbohydrate. If you look at the back of a nutrition label, they just go right to the total. Some people believe that total carbohydrate count minus fiber is acceptable. The fiber is supposed to be an undigestible carbohydrate. And then there's the third level on that. Good, I'm glad, my little friend. That's awesome. I'm glad this is helpful. And then the third one is some people include sugar alcohols. Well, there's about 20 sugar alcohols that they use pretty regular. And if you're well versed in the sugar alcohol world and you know which ones pretty much pass through inertly, sometimes you can subtract those from the formula as well. So like I said, there's a few school of thoughts out there. There's some just go flat out total carbohydrate, and I think Eric Westman is a big believer in that. If you guys don't know Eric Westman, he is a great scientist, does a lot of work. He's out of Duke, helped rewrite the Atkins book with Finney and Volek. Has a lot of good research out there. Nice guy too. So then there's total carbohydrate minus fiber, which is kind of the one I belong to. And then there's total carbohydrate minus fiber and sugar alcohols. And I know a couple that seem to not affect me at all, like erythritol, and some people sucralose. So if I see that in there, I'll subtract that too. A little mathy. If you want to keep it easy, just go with total carbohydrate. And a lot of times you can get in the back door on those apps and adjust those, like MyFitnessPal. Now I'm developing 3 different apps. One's KetoCheck. That's really set up for the beginner. KetoCheck is on Google Play. It's set for the people who are learning their way in keto. So you can pick up a nutrition label, type in carbohydrate, protein, and fat, and it'll give you a nice quick little pie chart. It'll tell you if it falls in that keto realm or not. Very useful tool. So next I'm going to develop a couple of web apps, and like I said, some people really believe that in BMR, some people dismiss a BMR. Fat Secret, I haven't heard of that one yet, but I'll look for it. Some people believe just eat when you're hungry, which is pretty much where I'm at in this diet. But there's a lot of people beginning just like some numbers. They want a starting point. So I'm developing a web tool for like a BMR or a total calorie count and help adjust your macros. And I'm also developing one more web app that will help you type in like a KetoCheck my meal. So you can say, hey, I have a 6-ounce chicken breast, 4 ounces of broccoli, and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. How does my plate look? In turn, we'll be able to do that with a recipe too. Like I have 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 4 ounces of coconut oil, 2 ounces of vanilla extract, blah, 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 divided by 12, how much per serving. So those are some useful tools. Look forward for that on keto-paleo.com. KetoCheck is only on Google Play right now. Once it pays for itself, I'll release it on iOS. But those are some real useful tools and good way to start out with your macros. Another question I got, this goes more to the lifting thing, and someone wanted to know how I cycle my raw bench press routine. Well, I try to do a volume day 1 day a week, and then I try and do a max effort or heavier day. So giving an example, on Sundays, I'll do an 8 rep max, then a 6 rep max the following Sunday, then a 4 rep max the following Sunday after that, followed with a little bit of a percentage overload, maybe 20 more pounds or something up to 80% of my max. On Thursdays, which is my heavy or my max effort day, I'll do 3 rep max first Thursday, 2 rep max the second Thursday, and then a 1 rep max the last Thursday, finding out where I am. So every 3 weeks I'm technically maxing out, mixed in with some good accessory work. I do some wide grip and some cambered bar stuff. But if you go to keto-paleo.com and look for my blog, Jamie's Raw Bench Press is on there. Been very successful with that. I am a drug-free power lifter, not pounding my chest that I'm any better than any else, but I know that there's a lot of people out there that read some of this stuff with a grain of salt and wonder like, oh, you know, this old guy's 43 years old, he's getting stronger, he must be on HRT or something else. No, that's not the case, and like I said, I'm not trying to say I'm any better than anybody else, but I know there's a whole bunch of drug-free lifters out there that would like to have some truth and know who's, if they're playing in their sandbox, more or less. So keep the questions coming in, guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to go to, tell you what, if you were watching today's Periscope or rewatch it on YouTube, I'm going to upload it on YouTube. If you download my app at KetoCheck off Google Play, I will run you one of my test BMR sheets. Email me with a picture of you with that app on your phone. Send me your height, weight, age, activity level. I'll shoot you back some questions. And what we'll do then is I'll run you a BMR calculator off the new app that I'm trying to develop and send it over as a PDF. And for you beginners, that'd be a great place to start, and you'll have the KetoCheck app. All right, thanks guys. Keep them coming in. Look for these reposted on YouTube. Keto-paleo.com. Download KetoCheck from Google Play. I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.